Since its release last November, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 has been one of the most popular destinations for online shooter fans. This week on Xbox Live, the Stimulus package hit, the first downloadable map pack for Modern Warfare 2, giving all you run and gunners out there a whole new variety of areas to shoot each other in. We've got a video walkthrough of the 3 new maps and 2 old maps that the Stimulus package has to offer. First up is Bailout, set in a suburban apartment complex around a central road area. You see here we're set up for a domination match running from Capture Point A through some of the apartment buildings on the side. These offer a lot of close quarters combat. This area in particular is a destination for one of the headquarters during headquarters matches, and you can see these balconies offer good overview of the street and across the way to apartment destinations. Jumping down, we're heading towards Capture Point C. And this here is the edge of the map marked by that stylish tank. This Capture Point C is a pretty great place for people to rain grenades down on. It's a tough one to hold. And now we're moving up again into these blown out apartment buildings which surround this courtyard here. Again, another headquarters destination. We climb the stairs. And this room's got some good sight lines across both the road and the courtyard, which we'll jump down into. Let's take a relaxing walk poolside as we scurry into the next hallway across the way, and we're heading back up alongside the road through another headquarters destination, this one with multi-levels. You see here where we are positioned along the central roadway, and then it's back and up the stairs towards Capture Point B. This little window here has got a ladder leading up to it for sneaky folks trying to flank around Capture Point B. And this has plenty of places for prone players to try to avoid all the grenades coming in from the street below. As you can see, again, a sight line across the way, giving snipers plenty to think about. Then it's back into another apartment building, and through some narrow hallways, and into the exercise room, which has a big view of the parking lot. And then it's back down into the parking lot to complete our tour of Bailout. The second new map is Salvage, this wintry junkyard. We'll start off here on one end of the map near one of the friendly flags. This is one of the few houses on the map that offers roof cover as well as sort of elevated sniper sightlines. And then we'll head back out to flank around this large central area. Coming in through this narrow doorway, we're going to see a little maze of large concrete tubing. This is one of the more hectic headquarters locations. And you can also see how this central junkyard area is comprised of these tubes and these junked up cars, and it offers sort of a warren of ways to traverse these areas, with a few isolated overlook spots to try to get an angle on your enemies. Here we peek back out into the main area before ducking into one of the 3 buildings on the map. This one, a quick little jaunt before we head past the other flag into the big garage. Out of this garage, you're going to see some big windows. These windows look out on some of those sneaking walkways we talked about earlier. And now we're going to head down, check out the main area, and then look at another one of those perches that gives you an overview, but also leaves you very exposed to enemy fire. Not a lot of overhead cover in this one, so enemy choppers are a force to be reckoned with. That's another headquarters spot we just walked by at that crossroads, as well as this up top area, where you see one of the nice visual flourishes on the map, a giant magnet holding some scrap. Then it's back by the lone dog house to flank around through one of these alleyways back towards where we began our tour. The final map is Storm, as you can see from the clouds and the lightning. The name really fits. We're going to start off by running left here along this open sort of parking lot area. Storm is comprised of industrial buildings, warehouses, a lot of indoor and outdoor spaces broken up into these compartmentalized combat zones. running under a walkway here as we traverse into some of the back lot areas. And now it's up onto the roof to get a wide view of this back lot area. Past the creepy mannequin hallway, which is guaranteed to make you flinch every time you go through. You see, this walkway offers some good sightlines and another stairway point of access. It's all about moving between spaces on this map, and there are a lot of balconies, ladders, stairwells, and hallways to help you do that. Into one of the main warehouses here, we see an HQ capture point surrounded by those 4 big boxes in the center. And now back through our first demolition site. Through here again, up the stairs, we're moving up a level. That happens a lot in Storm. And we check out some of the local artwork. Along these balconies, once again offering an overview of that contested point, and then it's back outside to check out some of the other areas. This brick building is a little out of the way, but its roof can offer you some good sight lines across the back lot and across this container area. You can also shimmy up here and get a look down on folks while you're trying to defend or plant at point A. Now we're coming up to another HQ point right here in the center, and we're going to take a look here up in this elevated hallway, which has some windows that are handy for sniping folks. Back in our artwork room, and then we're going to jog back down as we round out our tour of this map. A little walkway winds down there, or you can take the back route here through some narrow doorways, and that brings us back to our starting point here on Storm. Now we're going to take a tour around a Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare favorite, a little map called Overgrown, you might recognize because it's completely unchanged from its previous incarnation, except with maybe some graphical polish here and there. This street look familiar? Lots of killing happens in these buildings. Gas station is a nice place for snipers and ghillie suits to hide out. Now we're going to head down into that classic ravine that divides this map. In through the back door underneath that perilous roof space, and out again into the tall grass. We'll head over to the barn and round out this tour of Overgrown. And that concludes our tour of Overgrown. And it's on to another map taken from COD4, Crash. This desert town offers lots of places for close combat and a lot of rooftops for snipers to perch on. Lots of stairways, inside spaces, windows. It can be very perilous for anyone taking their time in those open streets. Take a little jaunt up the ladder, and we see the downed helicopter that gives this map its name. Let's duck through some of these back alleys that we all remember so well. And back to the blown out husk of this helicopter. This wraps up our trip down memory lane and concludes our video tour of the Stimulus Package maps.